Okay, so hello everybody. This is Les from Outstretched Gaming, and we're in my game Banished Souls. So in this quick video, I'm just going to do a run through of the lobby and just kind of explain what's going on, show some of the things that are in here, and we'll just kind of break down each section what's in here. So I tried to make it pretty easy to follow here. So we'll just start like over here. When we come in, we turn around. We do have stats here, so for now we're keeping track of XP, contracts played, all of these stats here. More stats might be getting added in the future. And then we have our haunted items here. So it says the ghost will have a favorite haunted item. You can find this item from the EMF it gives off randomly. So in every match, all 6 of these items will be in the game, and the ghost will be attached to one of them randomly per match. You have to find that item and deliver it to the ghost room to get a unique interaction to help you identify the ghost. And then over here we have our contracts. So this is where we're going to pick our map. So if we walk up, it says press E to interact, so we can interact with the screen. And now we can do a random map pick, or we can pick whatever maps we want to go in here. And then we can pick our difficulty, click accept, and that's where we'll be going. And then we have an objective board. So this just says correctly identify the ghost, find the ghost's room of death, trap the ghost in the death room with the containment cube, and start the banish ritual from the book. And then all the training info, which we have over here, and objectives will be in our book that we can access while we're in game. And then I made a little Discord machine here that takes you right to the Outstretched Gaming Discord. So if you need to, you can come in here, report bugs, or if you just want to come chat, hang out, ask questions about the game, stuff like that, come join the Discord. Then we have basic settings in here for now. More stuff will be getting added, but we can change our graphics, resolution, and VSync. We can quit the game by coming up and smacking this quit button here. And then we have our training section here. I just added a tutorial here, which we can go in and do. I'm going to do that in the next video. So in the training section here, it tells a little bit about the EMF and how the EMF works in this game. So the EMF is basically just going to start low, and every interaction the ghost does, it's going to increase the EMF, which is essentially increasing the strength of the ghost and how often it can interact with items. And then once it gets to a certain point of EMF, once this EMF gets to a certain amount, it can start manifesting to try and scare the player and get the EMF up higher. And then if it gets up beyond a certain point, another certain point, it can then start to hunt and try and kill the player. So it's a little how the EMF works. And then in here, if you want to mess around with controls, I just have this little interaction board. It just says pick up the 3 items in front of you, and then you can scroll through them with the mouse wheel. So we can scroll and drop items with Q. Some items can be placed by holding G and clicking. So I can hold G, get the little see-through outline here of it, click to place. After placing, some items can be interacted with by pressing E. So in this case with the candle, if I have my lighter out, I can press E to interact with it. I can also press E again to put the candle out. Handheld items can be toggled on and off by left clicking. So anything that's in your hand, like an EMF, sound sensor, summoning scroll, camera, anything that's in our hand that we want to operate is just going to be a click. We can place certain items too, so we can do that. And then it says to try and place and light the candle, which we already did. So we can move it, place it. So this can just get you familiar with the controls, and then you can always come in here and set your own controls for whatever you want. But I'm going to leave that like that for now. And then we have our money is going to be up front here. A big sign up there. And then we have this whiteboard, which is our checkout. So as we're picking up items, we're going to be buying them, and it's going to get added to this checkboard here. So all the items in the lobby here are all interactive. And everything in the cases over here is all the advanced gear. And this gear does work better. It has benefits to using it. And then we have our discount gear over here on the wall, which is cheaper. So we can just come up and just grab whatever we want. And when we pick something up, it gets added to the whiteboard. So we can see how many we have, what the max is we can take, what tier it is, how much it is, and then what our total is. And then if you have to put anything back, you can just walk up. It says press F to purchase and E to put back. So we can put that stuff back if we realize we don't want it, or if we want a cheaper alternative for it. So you can come in here and just kind of quickly grab whatever gear you want. Each item has a little description on it, which will tell you exactly what it does. So for instance, the photo cam tells you that it can only take 8 pictures because this photo cam's been modified to see things that we can't see with our eyes. Whatever's on this whiteboard when you leave is going to be delivered to the contract. And we start the contract by just going to the front door here, start contract, and just interacting with that front door. And then on our discount gear wall here, it says one of each basic item is free for all ghost hunters. So if you decide not to, if you don't take anything, if you forget, or if you just don't want to go and grab one of each will still be supplied to you when you go to the contract. So you don't have to worry about if you don't have any money and you're only going to take one of each of the items, then you can just head out the front door and one will be supplied. Or you can pick up one of each. It'll show up on the board, but it'll say $0 until you decide to get a second. Then you just pay for the second item. So it is a lot cheaper to get the discount gear, but there is drawbacks to using it. So you're basically just going to come in, pick your map, pick your difficulty, grab whatever gear you want, and head out to the front door, start contract. But I think that's going to be it for the lobby. So next time we're going to come through and we'll do the tutorial. So thanks for watching and see you next time.